Okay. So, I was getting off of this card, a man who's doing magic, okay? And it was like some sort of serpent entity, okay, that they tried to send to somebody, okay? But they didn't know, see this, or it looks like a python, but like it's like I'm getting serpent, okay? I was getting serpent. And then this table that they're at, it looks like an altar to me. Like they could have an altar that's like round, like a circle altar. But then I'm also getting like a pool table. Okay? So they could do magic at their pool table. I'm getting like a blanket on top of a pool table. But they're sadly mistaken because they didn't know who they were sending this to. Okay? This serpent entity struck right back to them as soon as this high priestess felt it, alchemized it, sent it to God. See the direction of the wand up to God. Okay? And then this person had to deal with the karma of the entity that he was entertaining. It didn't touch this person because they're so good at alchemizing. They're such an intuitive. They feel energies. They're like hypersensitive when it comes to energies. So it's instantaneously like feel it. Oh, that's not mine. Boom, up to God for God to heal it. And then this serpent, okay, struck back to this person and wrapped itself around his spine. This person could like go crippled or like have some sort of spinal problem now, where like their spine is affected. I'm also getting like a lack immune system, a poor immune system. This person's not doing good. And now they're like at a loss. They didn't know who they were fucking with spiritually. Like they thought they were good at this, experienced in this magic. See how this person's just like, they're just rocking that cape, like they're the shit. I'm getting like a lot of voodoo tools. This person could like to like make things out of wood and drink a lot. This person's like very could be atheist or like just not a believer. They believe in satanic rituals. They don't believe in a god. So there's just dark. You believe there's just dark? This magic backfired into this person's home. Okay, I'm getting like there's like a portal in this person's home, a portal to a really, really destructive realm. So like there's like a portal. This person could be like scared of their own house. It's some sort of judgment. Yeah, that magic switched up real quick and now they're in anxiety, chaos. It's like a portal in the basement. A portal in the basement. Or on the stairs. Or by a washer and dryer. Or the mirror. Or a bathroom mirror. Damn. So it's happening like people like they don't know what they're messing with, right? And then they attack these highly ranking alchemists, right? They like alchemize on the positive side. Even if that just means surrendering an energy that's not yours, right? That's going to need like that's going to need like an exorcist. That's going to need like an energy healer who is very good at clearing spaces. That's going to need like fucking 50 pounds of sweetgrass. Holy shit. Damn. I don't even know. I don't even know how you would be able to clear out a portal. That's just like a lot of magic done in the house. Where it's like, whoop, this is just there now. It just exists. Because you try to, because you alchemize this all the time, because you ask for this to come all the time, because this is a certain area. Maybe not that area specifically, but you've done it so much in this house that there's just going to be a portal of like where entities can go in and out as they please in your house. Spooky. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Damn. Someone could just wish they were free from that. Okay, so that was based off of a channeling that I got the other day. The energy that I'm currently feeling, it was the magician clarified the magician, like the bad witch warlock against sending energy to like the good witch warlock, okay? Someone who has a close connection with the divine, who's very like sensitive to energy, right? Like the magician to the high priestess is like a very skilled healer. A psychic alchemizer. It's like, oh, you send that? Okay, I have the antidote. Okay, you send that? Okay, I have the antidote. You send that? Okay, I have the antidote. And like, it's just like indefinitely, they'll always have an answer. And they'll always feel it intuitively. So like this person is like going through loss. Or they might be having a death around them, like death just is surrounding this person. Loss, grief, sorrow, depravity, depression, loneliness. Okay, that aside, the energy that's current, excuse me, there's like somebody was on some sort of power trip due to financial gain. But they gain these finances on like false pretenses or like dirty money or like something fraudulent or like something not ordained by God, okay? Something not ordained by God. And it got to their head. Like their ego was like massive. I'm getting like almost like a God complex, like treated people like shit, even their friends, even their peers, even their workers, even their whoever's around them, right? They looked at them and they literally inside felt like they ain't shit, right? Like they were above them because of this money that they had, this financial gain. And it's like the energy of being humbled, and then I'm getting like the time up to like Easter, and then Easter on is a time for these people who have like got money off the expense of others, okay, not ordained by God. That time after Easter is like they're humbled. God's about to humble these people in however way they need to be humbled. And I'm tapping into a woman who tried to steal the life of another woman, frauded them out, spread a bunch of lies, slander, whatever. So came into a lot of money. Okay, this other woman's money, who she was like attacking and like, I'm getting persecuting, condemning, as if she had the ability to condemn. Like, I'm God complex, right? That's what I was getting. So she's caught up somehow, and the only reason I know how she's caught up is because I got this really inflated ego due to money, even treating like their peers like shit, like they ain't shit, and they literally felt this, thought this, like that was their truth, is that these people ain't shit. Nobody is, because now they have this money, right? So what's gonna humble this person is that they're caught up. And the reason I know that they're caught up and they're about to be humbled in this next time period is because instantly after I got that download, I felt all of a sudden someone being real nice, too nice, right? Like the people around them are recognizing the situation for what it is, and they don't have this people ain't shit complex anymore. They're actually like kissing these peers' ass, like they're like just being too nice, being too fake, like desperate for people to like them now, just constantly outside of themselves and like being super sweet and nice. But if they had that money, if they had that, they just have absolutely no confidence now because they're caught up. They're caught up in a bunch of lies. They could be like getting things seized, things taken. People are looking at them like fucking side-eyeing them, like, damn, you did all that? Like, you did all that? And they're guilty, so they're riddled with guilt. So they're just being like super sweet, super nice, but it's all a fake, it's all a front, so that they don't feel all alone. Because like something in their subconscious is telling them that they're about to be all alone. Okay? It's a type of like wanting to kiss ass, so when they go through this public humiliation, maybe they have someone, but like all of a sudden they're nice, all of a sudden they're sweet, when before they like were so arrogant, so superior, so like cocky with it, like the baddest. And you like would see it in their demeanor, you'd see it in their like attitude, you'd see it, like you'd hear it with the choice of words, how they spoke to people, how diminishing they were. And now all of a sudden they're just too nice. They're just too nice. And that's because of this like inner knowing that God's about to humble them. But I'm going to pull a couple cards. I'm not going to do a full reading just because I've already done 2 today, and I'm just waiting for my cookies to cool down. Yeah, you intuitively know these third parties that were trying to create heartache and pain, and you're just not having it. It doesn't resonate. But like you're also not trying to cause these people heartache and pain. You're just like, no, that's just not accepted over here, but I don't stand for that. Like you're not a friend. You're not a friend. And I know what a friend is because I've made a character list, okay? A 2-part list, what a friend would be to me and what a friend wouldn't be to me, okay? You're all of what a friend wouldn't be to me. right? You're not a friend. That's a serious title. That's a serious label in my books, right? Because if a friend was loyal, honest, to the point, you know, all these things I have written on my character list of what a friend would be, you might as well be a straight, like, I don't know what you'd be like a nemesis. You wouldn't even be a not friend, you'd be a fucking nemesis. Maybe I should make it a 3-part. The never again part. But not in a hateful way at all. It's just like that, no, that's just too heavy on my heart. I have to release it, and that is you. Somebody's angry that a cycle is complete. Of being able to watch you, stalk you, and create endings in your life. And have endings when it comes to your stability. There could be like a lawyer here who's coming to like a courthouse. Somebody, oh shit. Someone took action to cause endings in your life and then got excitement of watching it play out. Having endings in your life, trying to like 10 of swords you by having you miss opportunities in life. This is the entire reason that they stalked and watched you, studied you. There could be like someone speaking in a courthouse or coming to someone's house to speak about a death. Like some sort of questioning. Someone could be brought in for questioning about a death. And they're going to deny it. But they neglected this person and had their ships come in. They got this made them completely fulfilled. Wow. Yeah, agreed. I don't want to do this reading. A secret order of protection. A secret order of protection. Yes. Like, I know what I feel. Closet gay. Poor decisions. Things aren't going to get better because of the decisions you make in life. So the way that God's going to humble you is like you're going to have to love yourself. So you will be alone in this process in order for you to start loving yourself. You're always focused on the wrong things in life. So God's about to humble these people. And it's either they're going to choose to love self or they're not. Somebody's like really conflicted in the mind because they're hiding their sexual preference. So they like, because of this conflict within, they play mind games, nasty mind games with other people Ooh, okay. I'm getting like this person was one of the people with the device in order to hack any camera system. Okay? So they would go hack into like people's phones, people's security systems, people's everything in order to blackmail an entire town. Okay? And the reason that they wanted to blackmail this entire town was so that they wouldn't be able to help out this one woman that they wanted to. Okay? And it worked. And it worked. It's like you're going to have to be accountable. And like you're fucking nasty playing mind games with all these people, getting there like by like invading their privacy, by committing a huge crime in order to commit like a RICO crime, like fucking crimes against humanity, fucking like the worst of the worst of the worst 10 of swords, right? On a grand scale now. And it's all because of this secret. This secret that you think is nasty. Nobody else does. Nobody else gives a fuck. But people do give a fuck that you're not being accountable for making really poor decisions and fucking with people's livelihood. Right? You're going to get humbled. You're about to be humbled. Remember last reading I was getting that somebody got a sex change? Okay, they got like they went from like a male part to a female part. Somebody wants to like reverse this. They're like, I wish I never got this. I wish I never got this. But the reason that they wish for it back, they want to get their male part back because they don't want to go to jail with a female part, because that's just instantly going to make them someone's bitch or everybody's. They don't want to go get banged out in jail. No doubt. No doubt. Especially if you're like one of the people whose money has gotten seized now, right? And you can't even afford to get that surgery done again. I don't even know if that would be easy to like reverse. Maybe, I don't know. You're going to be held accountable, and you're going to have to love yourself. Greed in the reverse. Yeah, this is the lesson because you're money driven. Homies. Gemini in the upright though. Doesn't want to be greedy anymore, but they're still money driven. It's like almost. Almost. Keep loving yourself. You're not quite there. Nasty mind games. You're being held accountable, like someone's standing in their power, okay? Your homies could be like holding you accountable too, or your homies could be loving themselves, so now it's the cool thing to do because you're a follower. It's a cool thing to do now that your homies are doing it, right? It's like someone's got a lot of karma to pay off. It's like, you know how like you got that shitty friend in elementary school who's like just a shit disturber all the time? They're always like talking shit about someone with another person. And then they hang out with the next person, and then there's someone else, right? The next person who's getting bullied that week. And then say like for a week they're nice. For a week they're nice. And you just know that it's not going to last long. You're just like, okay, yeah. All right. Abuse in the reverse. Like, somebody just wants to be really fucking nice now. Follower, yes, I was getting this. Somebody just wants to be really fucking nice now. Because you, maybe the person that they were bullying, now their homies like them. Now their homies are like that. They make sense. Like, of course they make sense. Like, the only reason that they're resilient. Yeah, so everybody else is like, man, that's a real person right there. So then this person's just following. But like, you gotta love this. You gotta love yourself in order to not play these mind games and be so weird. Like greed, but I'm getting like money. I'm getting like sex. I'm getting like anything to like get rid of this conflict that's inside. Like, you were money driven and greedy. You know that it was a good decision for this person to be accountable for their decisions in life and get away from your types. You know. You know. You know that you were nasty to this person. You could be heartbroken because you're like consistent heartbreak. Wow, but this person had faith and persevered. Extraordinary love in the reverse. It's like you just used this person for their extraordinary love, and now they don't got love for you anymore. It's just like an energy vampire who wants to get in contact and say that they're grateful. Like, dude, this is the first time you ever came up in the upright. You realize that like this was like a happy time in your life when this person was in your energy. You see them as very wise. You like fantasize like being lighthearted and flirting with this person. But like the ancestors are like protecting this person from you. Like there's nothing that will like ignite a spark anymore. This person isn't even judging you either. No one ever is. No one ever was. That was just you and your thoughts and your feelings. Nobody cares like that. You could just like start positive thinking. Like someone's completely let go. I'm hearing sirens. Secret enemies discovered. Someone doesn't want to be a secret enemy anymore. Obsessed in the reverse. Someone could just be walking away, but not because they want to, but because they have to. Family dispute. Karmic, getting karma, accident. So some sort of accident here due to a family dispute. Okay. There's a karmic getting karma. So there's a family dispute, and then there is an accident that happened within this family dispute. Aquarius. Could have been an Aquarius that got in an accident here. They were karmic to like this collective person's life. Hypocrite. Jealousy in the reverse. This person could have said that you were jealous of them, but it's like, what? Black magic backfire to this Aquarius, to this hypocrite. So they like got in an accident or had some sort of accident. Resilient to this witch, warlock. Like faith just persevered. Intention. People can see the intentions. Okay, and then I'm getting this for like the humbling, right, too? God sees your intention. God knows your thoughts, your feelings, your intentions, your actions, your words. Ooh, I just got drawn back to that. Like, people aren't confused about like this weirdo who does magic. Always plotting. This Aquarius could have intended to plot, and there's no confusion around that anymore. They're a hypocrite. Okay, I'm just gonna close it out. Maybe I'll read a Don't Sweat the Small Stuff and close it out. Addiction. Changes in the reverse. This person could be saying that they're changing and they're not. It's just, they just want a reason to speak to you. Payout settlement in the reverse. They're not getting that, or they have to pay it back. One-side relationship in the reverse. Like, someone just wants a reason to talk. They don't actually intend on being any less of a karmic in your life. So what's a karmic? A person with really negative thoughts towards you. Okay, a person with negative intent towards you. A person who does, their actions don't match their words when it comes to you. Deceitful, right? Just a bad friend. Bad friend character. Okay, I did that one. Ooh, this is a good one. Angel number 31 and angel number 81. Become aware of your moods and don't allow yourself to be fooled by the low ones. Right? Yeah, because it's so wild. It's so wild. Like, if a negative thought can lead us to a negative emotion, which could lead us to a negative intention, okay, which could lead us to a negative action, that's devilish energy, okay? And that started from just negative thinking, stinking thinking, like just being like toxic, right? That one toxic thought affected everything if you let it get that far, right? So potentially it could just be like really, really devilish energy, like demonic type energy. Deceptive, like extremely. So if our mind takes us there, it's up to us to surrender that and clear that energy, right? It's up to us to change that thought pattern. And to be able to do that, you have to have faith in something. Okay, so that you can hand that over to that something. Hey, baby.
Said they were going to make ice cream sandwiches.
Okay, I'm going to read this page. I'll be right in. Okay. I made chocolate chip cookies, and we have vanilla ice cream, so I'm going to put vanilla ice cream in between the chocolate chip cookies. So I was waiting for them to cool down. Your own moods can be extremely deceptive. They can and probably do trick you into believing your life is far worse than it really is. When you're in a good mood, life looks great. So could you imagine not having that faith in that higher power to hand negative things over to heal for you? You will turn demonic. You will turn devilish. Okay? Because it has nowhere to go. Unless you think you could just throw your repercussions of your magic onto someone else who's going to send it to God, and by cause and effect you get it back. So it's just, you are your own demise if you don't have faith in at least something, the universe, right? Anything could be your higher power, but make it something. When you're in a good mood, life looks great. You have perspective, common sense, and wisdom. In good moods, things don't feel so hard. Problems seem less formidable and easier to solve. When you're in a good mood, relationships seem to flow and communication is easy. If you're criticized, you take it in stride. On the contrary, when you're in a bad mood, life looks unbearably serious and difficult. You have very little perspective. You take things personally and often misinterpret those around you as you impute malignant motives into their actions. I used to really, really do that after being attacked for a little while. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Why the fuck are you staring at me? Like, who the fuck are you? Or like, what are you looking at? Right? Or like, don't fucking stand behind me, man. Like, I don't want you to stand behind me, please. And then I used to think, like, I'm like, it's rational though, like my life is at risk, right? But if I would have had more faith and knowing that all worrying is irrational, okay? I've grown from that. Where like, I can be around people, even if I do think that they're malicious. I can still be around them and not be spooked. Yeah. Healing from trauma. But it's cool to like look back and know where you were once and know where you are now. In practicing healing, right? Not only your spirit, but like everything about you. Like, as soon as you change your mind, everything changes with it. It's just happens. Like, if you're real serious about healing, if you're real serious about not wanting to be on that cycle anymore. Here's the catch. People don't realize their moves are always on the run. They think instead that their lives have suddenly become worse in the past day or even the last hour. So someone who is in a good mood in the morning might love his wife, his job, and his car. He's probably optimistic about his future and feels grateful about his past. But in the late afternoon, if his mood is bad, he claims that he hates his job, thinks as his wife as a nuisance, and thinks his car is a junker, and believes he's going nowhere in his career. I've never really had that problem, but I know people who do. A lot of them. Like, if I ever did have that problem, it was because of like my environment and like the what I was working with in the moment, right? But I always even shifted it from that state. So I've impressed myself on that one. If you ask him about his childhood while he's in a low mood, he'll probably tell you that it was extremely difficult. He'll probably blame his parents for his current plight. Such quick and drastic contrasts may seem absurd, even funny. But we're all like that. In low moods, yeah, right? In a certain extent, like you wouldn't expect me to be uppity when I'm in a low mood, unless I got caught up and I need to kiss some ass. You know, but I would never get caught up like that because I'm not a bad person. I don't do things at the expense of others. I just don't. Right? I just don't. It makes me feel, I just don't. I know what that entails, right? And there's nothing definite when it comes to those kind of, like, it's only temporary, and why would I want to do that? when I can like just work on myself, like from the ground up. I feel like I don't know, if you get your money like that, you're always going to be searching. You're never going to be like knowing what you do. You're never going to be, it's just too risky for me. It's too risky. I'll take the time. I'll take the time to know it. I'll take the time to learn my purpose. I'll take the time. I lost where I am. In low moods, we lose our perspective and everything seems urgent. We completely forget that when we are in a good mood, everything seems so much better. We experienced the identical circumstances, who we are married to, where we work, the car we drive, our potential, our childhood, and entirely differently depending on our mood. I don't ever think about things like that when I'm in a really shitty mood. I don't. I just like go take a nap, go take a walk, go do some self-care, or maybe lose myself in a little movie to get distracted, right? I don't even really talk to people, especially if it's like they're asking me something serious. I'm like, listen, I can't talk right now. I'm grouchy. And I'm like, okay. All right. That's how I speak. That's how I'd speak if if that's like my parents. But I only ever talk to my parents, and like I only really talk to them because I live with them. Honestly, right now, hopefully I grow from that. But maybe I won't. I keep getting distracted with my own thoughts. I'm just going to read this through, okay? When we are low, rather than blaming our moods as we would be appropriate, instead we tend to feel like our whole life is wrong. It's almost as if we actually believe that our lives have fallen apart in the past hour or two. Come in.
Are we done yet?
Just about. I got 2 paragraphs.
Can I come in?
Yes. The truth is, life is almost never as bad as it seems when you're in a low mood. Rather than staying stuck in a bad temper, convinced you're seeing life realistically, you can learn to question your judgment. Remind yourself, of course I'm feeling defensive or angry, frustrated, stressed, or depressed. I'm in a bad mood. I always feel negative when I'm low. When you're in an ill mood, learn to pass it off as simply that. An unavoidable human condition that will pass with time if you leave it alone. A low mood is not the time to analyze your life. To do so is emotional suicide. If you have a legitimate problem, it will still be there when your state of mind improves. The trick is to be grateful for our good moods and graceful in our low moods, not taking them too seriously. The next time you feel low, for whatever reason, remind yourself, this too shall pass, and it will. Gotta back it up, baby. There. Okay, have a good night, people.